wonder if the 3 key that I'm pressing here, yes, it does. It moves Sandra across the board in Conversation Castle.
Wow.
What?
My number pad moves my character.
Strange.
Anyway, I just want to put this out there. Twisty had chatted with me earlier, and it's like, hey, life shit. Job is not going to be able to support D&D time. They're if either we're able to change the day, doubt it, or if his work schedule changes, it's very unlikely that Twisty will become, a full-time player again, but, that's the reason why it's the guest spot. So,
yeah, time for a new guest.
Yep, basically. I already have someone tentatively lined up, but we'll
Rio in on this. Let's get our artist in on this, Rio.
Oh man, I would love to have them in here.
Oh my god, that'd be great.
I have never spoken to them over VC, but we've messaged each other and they seem great. But anyway, yeah, we more or less hashed out a little bit okay, how do you want to exit? What do we want to do for this? How are we going to do quest line, etc. And, not post campaign, when you're getting to end game and it is becoming relevant, he may be able to make a return, maybe a session or two, but that's
Well, my availability for days is pretty wide.
yeah, it is, it was fun playing with Slick Mick while he was around.
Yeah,
that's our
we got
longest
the
guest.
feel of Slick Mick vibes.
Mm-hmm. So the next person I have, they are also from same friend group, super experienced role player, and very excited for them to potentially be able to join. But the thing is, first of all, we have to hit the right story beat. Second of all, they have to be available as well, and they're kind of they have some stuff going on right now. But I think because Dante and Shane in general just jumped in, we need to stabilize the group again, make sure everyone is still feeling character, getting the dynamic back, etc. And then once everything is stabilized again, we can go ahead and move about going to our next character, the next guest. But that being said, it was a joy having Slick Mick here and Orvid. It was certainly Orvid had a lot going for him, and I want to say a majority of the shenanigans that occurred went unnoticed, and he was extremely baffled when he was doing all of this thief shit as a paladin, and everyone's like, oh yeah, that's normal.
It is, just.
Hey, there are different walks of life of paladins, so
he seemed experienced enough to deal with it, so
yeah. So it is. I kind of we went through okay, this is gonna be what the ending is, etc. And he made his way out with Dothric and Galley, and I'm gonna miss Dothric and Galley being able to play as them, but I do have Torin, Rajal, Sutha, Fengal, Gree,
Sella, whoever she is.
Oh yeah, Sellsword Sella. I'm fucking surprised you didn't just outright murder her, but
you see, that's what Zach wanted, but present company might not appreciate that.
It is 100% up to you if you want to fucking make her into paste or not. So, like, that is just kind of up
I just
to
went
you.
with the logic of, well, she's not hurting anyone.
Well, she
now,
honestly
it's
just
kinda low.
seems like willfully ignorant and innocent in all of this. So
Like, the only thing she had involvement with was the. Actually, was she even a part of the Adventurers Guild burning
She
down?
attacked orcs.
she
Or,
stumbles
like,
upon a
defended attacking orcs.
group of refugees, and they're like, "Oh yeah, no, we're refugees, yeah." And she's like, "Okay."
She just goes with it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go too deep because if you want to explore her as a character, then that is a thing. If you want to just immediately fucking paste her against the nearest wall, yeah, go for it. But I honestly kind of expected us to get to, like, I expected you to at least leave town today. But everyone kind of got sidetracked with roleplay and planning, and I'm like, all right, yeah, I'll just let
Well,
you
plus
keep
we
going.
need to get our information and stuff.
And you finally tapped the resource that is Xanthras the Ascended.
Oh.
Hello.
Ew.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Arya makes a brief return to Conversation Castle.
Hello.
Ye-
Also, I raise you one cuter.
Oh my god, it's an even smaller shark.
Oh my god.
That's a baby epaulet shark. The epaulet shark's the one that can walk on land.
You can
Where it'll
get
crawl
paid.
over it'll crawl over rocks and stuff to get to other little pools and whatnot when the tide gets low and everything, and watching their little waddles over rocks is the cutest shit ever.
I was not aware there were basically that type of shark. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it is. I did a a whole like project on them when I was in like I think second or third grade. Because I was just so in love with them. They were my favorite shark for a while.
Aw.
They still are. Like, my two favorite sharks are the epaulet shark and the whale shark.
I go into one of my social media sites and I see Shane has posted an image of a crocodile wearing a shirt.
Nice.
Goddamn right I did.
So yeah, I guess because I know Shane has been awake for so long. Hey, how did you feel about sessions, Shane? Questions, comments, concerns, any favorite parts?
Dude, I am so fucking tired right now, but I was very content with the session and everything and had a good time.
Glad to hear it. If there wasn't anything else that you wanted to say, you can scoot and go the fuck to sleep because you passed out during session.
Passed
so.
out mid-session, yeah.
It's funny because I kept periodically waking up. Like, I actually dozed off multiple times, and one of the times was a bit longer than other times.
You have been awake for more than 24 hours plus rest.
36.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go to bed.
But one sec, this is more important. You need to see walkies.
There is nothing more important than your sleep.
But
Wow.
you need to see walkies.
I command you to go to sleep.
While you're posting that, we can swap over to Irk.
You get walkies.
So, Irk, how did you feel about session? Questions, comments, concerns, favorite parts, anything?
It was fine. Not much happened, obviously, but it was a nice role-playing session at least.
I do enjoy how you more or less went through everything that we had spoken about, and
I had to get it out somewhere, and I figured it would be best just to say it now and not forget otherwise.
It's definitely relevant right now. So
There's critical information that Nicholas wanted to share.
Yeah, I wanted to at least figure out why Nicholas would know so much about the. My mind completely drew a blank. Mind flayers.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, how do I make this work? Because I don't know anything about the history of mind flayers in Hunter's world. So I just came up with the excuse that the Elven lands probably had mind flayers invade them, or at least not invaded necessarily, but sneak in without them acknowledging it.
Why does Sandra not know about that? She lived in the Elflands for 15 years.
I was thinking about that. I was thinking about actually completely like maybe they know
The
about Sandra's
government-
mom or not, but
The government wanted to keep it under wraps.
Government.
Yeah, the government trying to hide the existence of mind flayers to keep people buying elf shit.
Yep.
God
It's
damn
It's
it.
the Elven shampoo, and mind
Exactly.
flayers are the key ingredients.
No, don't make them justified in what they do. You don't know what the bound sack will do to defend them then.
Really crap, or you use an enemy's blood or something to make a shampoo or something of the sort.
I want to quickly say have a good night, you guys.
Good
I need
night.
to lay down.
Good
But make
night.
sure you watch Walkies.
Yeah. It's so
Walkies is cute.
yeah.
Have a good one.
We
But
So, if there wasn't anything else that you wanted to mention, Eric?
Not that I can think of currently.
Alright,
So-
well, then, you are good to go if you
Okay.
needed to scoot. So,
Bye.
B,
wow.
how did you feel about session questions?
This
going?
was very nice. I appreciate that it was extremely RP related. Like I don't exactly hunger for combat all the time. It's like it's fun, but also the RP is like kind of the main point. So it's like, oh sweet, oh my gosh, we could have interactions and talk about stuff. And yeah, maybe we discussed the finer points of mechanics a bit too much sometimes, but I had fun.
Mhm.
Sometimes we sort of like meandered a bit because we didn't know what the fuck we were talking about, but it's fine.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I legitimately for certain things, yeah, I definitely need to move the plot forward. Like, you know, when Orvid needed to get out. But a lot of the time everything is kind of set by the party. You know,
Yeah.
I let you do however much you want to do within set time frames, and sometimes you guys don't have a bunch of stuff to do, so we just kind of sit there for a bit, and then I pass time. Sometimes you guys have a lot of stuff to do, and we zoom in on that and kind of expand upon it. So this time, the party legitimately, you all wanted to, talk and plan. So you did exactly that. You all sat in the main hall and you ate food, talked, made plots, etc., and got lore. So that was what the party wanted to do that session, and I certainly had a bunch of other stuff planned, but
It means you have more stored for later.
yeah, basically. Also, I do I do want to ask the party like what you plan on doing next session, because prior to this I thought you were gonna go to Cassell, and now I have no idea what the party is thinking.
We're still thinking Cassell. We just got caught up with the
Just in
RPG.
general, like we're caught up on how the fuck do we deal with mind flayers themselves? Oh gosh.
Yeah.
But ultimately, the plan seems to be we want to take Orzer, but if we want to take Orzer, we need to get everyone unified,
I
even
did
though we
notice
got
you added a new
Illithids and
map.
shit. So we should probably go deal with Cassell and get them to work with us. At least that's the vibes I got.
Hey, what are you talking about here?
You added another one called the map to kill Hunter. That's all I know.
No, I
Unless
didn't.
it's the same map.
Where is it? Anyway, was there anything else you wanted to add, B?
No, I had fun.
Mm,
I'm very happy with Fucking Zach realizing, oh shit, I could just probably ask for the gem. But
I was trying to subtly hint at it multiple times, and I was trying to not be super forthcoming with just ask Xanthus.
yeah, I got the vibes. It's after not the vibes. I realized later, oh, so that's why Xanthus is probably asking, is there anything else you need? Is there anything else you need?
Mm-hmm.
And then, no, I'm good. And then later, I should get this gem with an undead eyeball in it. I'm gonna go to the magic shop. Guys, nah, maybe if you had some person. Oh, neurons.
Yeah. See, the thing is, you were wanting to put just an eyeball in it. It needs to be specifically an undead eyeball.
Yeah, I read that at the last moment, and I was like, fuck, I guess I'll have to go kill something outside then.
You'd have to transmute the gem. You couldn't just mend the gem back into place. It's such a difficult process of okay, how the fuck would you go about this? And it's just fucking, I'll just have Xanthus have one because that seems something reasonable that she would have.
It's necrotic related. It's fine.
Yeah,
and the spell is literally necrotic.
Yeah, and so she literally used the fucking 8th level gate spell, opened a rift, and yeeted the fucking rock at you.
Rock cat.
Yep. So, it very much is, you now have the necessary material component for your spell, because I knew
MacGuffin for my spell is acquired, yes.
Yep.
At long last, Sandra can't bitch at me for using my magic in fights.
Well,
also,
you always had this fucking dark cloud around
I'm
that made
sorry.
the rest of us fucking useless.
So, I do just want to mention that while Xanthus didn't seem like she was being very forthcoming, she was answering your questions directly and practically as, as for her character traits.
Yep.
So, how do we kill an Illithid? Fucking stab it. There's nothing special about killing an Illithid. Chop off its head. That'll kill it. It's a humanoid. Just fucking stab it. And so, she wasn't beating around the bush. They're a sack of hit points just like every other beast. So it is nothing special, and kind of hinting at other things that are going to happen in the campaign. But yeah, I made Xanthus more or less a background resource because some party members did not like her being with the party.
Some party members don't like a fucking girl boss.
I was not the only one.
It's just because Eric's very innocent and squishy. Okay, shut up.
It's
Also, kind of literally a good cleric, so that one's justifiable. But come on.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack. But was there anything else you wanted to add?
Nope. That's it. Thank you for session. I will BRB, but I want to keep talking.
So, Hunter, how did you feel about session? Questions, comments, concerns? Any favorite parts, etc.?
I don't know. The RP's good.
But
what?
I mean, you made it seem like there was more you were going to say about that, besides the RP is good.
No, RP is good.
I mean, yeah, RP is my favorite part of role-playing games.
Honestly, I don't have much to say about this one.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of figured I would have more to say about Orvid leaving, but I don't.
Yeah.
So, when are you gonna get me the new character description so that I can commission that art?
When I find out what character they're going to play whenever they are going to join us. So, it's, I mean, if you wanted to offer Ryoku a spot for a couple of sessions. I'm honestly kind of down with that.
I would love to have her.
Yeah, if she wanted to join us for a couple sessions, I would totally be down with that. I will mention, from Game Master perspective, like, I definitely said something during session, but it's been pretty consistently bad of people talking over each other and also some people talking over me. Like, I understand occasional interjections, but I was trying to actually the entire session keep myself back because this is a role-playing session, as became apparent part of the way through. When roleplay was getting intense, I sure, I had my joke here or there with the NPCs in the room, but I, for the most part, stayed silent until you needed some additional input.
Yeah.
And so, there was a lot of people talking over me, specifically when I was saying important stuff, but, everyone talking over each other is, like, a little bit of a problem, but,
I hear ya. I think the worst of it was when I was trying to do the recap.
Okay, the recap was just silly, but
I try so hard.
Sorry.
yeah, that was a thing. But during session, that's the important part of people. If they're gonna be following the series, we need to be able to hear what people are saying. And when two people talk at the same time, it becomes marginally harder. So, table etiquette, when we were a group of 3, needless to say, wow, it's not, people rarely talked over each other. It's almost like there are only 3 people playing.
We are rarely a group of 3 now.
Yep, especially because, there's the guest slot, and then now there are 4 continuous players because, Shane finally joined the campaign. So, yeah.
I'll leave it up to you if you want Rio to...
No, definitely shoot a message to Rio. I feel like they're probably not going to join right away, but...
do it.
Me do it?
You do it.
Why?
Because I don't have Rio on Discord.
Oh. Interesting. Okay. Well, God, it's been forever since Ryoku.
I lied about that, actually.
What?
I have her. I'm just super nervous about asking anything.
Ah.
Oh boy.
So anyway, yeah, I think it's a pretty good session. I definitely still, we had another session of just sitting in the same place.
Whole session in the
Yup.
capital, 2 in
Mhm.
a row.
Yep. The party did not leave, so
Next week oh no, wait, no, it wasn't entirely in the capital.
you
There
took
was
a
a
walk.
brief moment where Orvid left and Sandra went with him.
Yep. But yeah, it's a thing.
It counts.
Yeah, but I will mention that Twisty did message me and say that he did very much enjoy his time playing, and I could tell after session he always was but whenever he would be in the other chats the next day, he'd be talking about the game and how things went, and he very much enjoyed it.
That's good.
So yeah, I'm very glad that all of you are enjoying it. First and foremost, I want the players to enjoy the game. people aren't enjoying the game, I'm not doing a good job as a game master. So every session where you're just like, yep, it was a good time, then that means I did a good job. So
Well, I'm sorry I don't have more notes for you this week.
well, no, it's not your fault. Like it
I
was
mean,
just like role playing, going over stuff. So
it's
it's
great that
not.
we're getting all this RP going right as Dante shows up so that we can get into his character. So that's good.
Yeah, I like the.
Other than that, this show is just a stopgap so that I have a weekly upload and YouTube doesn't throw the algorithm at me. That's the show's
So-
only purpose. No, it's fun. This is a fun show.
Yep. So one thing that I will mention is once we like start actually getting into the meat and potatoes of this arc, because
Yeah.
like the first like plot was like, okay, you are the chieftain now, like what are you gonna do about this incoming danger? And then part 2 is, oh, now you know the truth, what are you going to be doing about the actual danger? And so I'm gonna need to make a lot more maps, which is why I contacted another one of my friends. This is the person I talked to you about previously.
I need their name, by the way.
It's Ruby. I'll get proper credits later.
Yeah, I
but
just need proper credits.
yep. And so needless to say, like there are going to be a couple of battle maps, and it is the upcoming. It's not gonna be walk in towards her, paste the boss, fucking walk out. Like
No,
it's obviously going to be more than
I
that.
assume we're gonna have to do that shit in stages.
Oh yes, you don't even know. And
But first, I'd like to... I'm pretty sure Kachel is still our current goal.
yep.
But like next
I-
week, I want to have a good old sit down with the strategic service.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, all right, what did you guys learn? I'm not
Ah.
mad, not even disappointed.
Mhm.
What did you learn from this? That
I mean,
that's right. That lying is good.
The two goblins who went to the halfway house and returned,
Yeah.
they like they did a good job.
They're the
but-
only ones that rolled good.
Yep. You rolled dog shit for everyone else.
That was horrible.
Oh my god, like I keep watching your rolls and it's just watching the train wreck go. Like, damn, drove a couple more pedestrians on that track.
Yeah, watch this. I won't be able to roll above a 15. Oh, fuck you.
Lol.
Fuck you.
The fucking second roll of your night, natural fucking 20.
Oh
The
my
other one
God.
you got a 25.
Yeah,
so...
but that's because I had a plus 13.
Mhm,
Pass
mhm,
without a trace is overpowered, which, by the way,
mhm.
stats on the ghillie cloaks.
I don't like the ghillie cloaks are less like, oh, it's gonna give you plus whatever. No, it's gonna allow you to hide in certain locales. Like, you don't need a spot to hide. You can just lay down on the ground and you're hidden, and get to roll your stealth check.
Are we on the same wiki page here?
I'm assuming not, because I didn't know there's a ghillie cloak item. If there's a fucking wiki page, first of all, link it to me. Second of all,
Yeah,
it
I'll
should
give you
have
a s-
fucking stats on it.
I'll give you a stat block on it. Seems a bit overpowered, and I would argue that you take out the dex penalty because ghillie cloaks are actually not particularly heavy. They only weigh about 4
Yeah,
pounds.
can you link
and...
me the actual page?
Oh yeah, sure.
What fucking page are you looking at?
This is on dndwiki.com. General equipment. But this has stuff that we don't have, like night vision goggles and telephone line tracers and
Oh, yeah.
Wiretaps.
This is not
Shotguns.
third edition.
Caller ID defeaters. Why is that an item?
Just DCs.
But, like-
fucking...
But like really, ghillie cloaks aren't actually that heavy. Also, this is a ghillie. This is the stat block for a ghillie suit and not a cloak. Like, it's just a cloak.
What fucking system is... Like,
I assumed it was 5e.
gods know.
Oh. I mean, you could look online and get some stats for a ghillie suit.
Like, a speed loader for a revolver, scope, and a suppressor. There is no way this is a part. What is MSRD? Modern System Reference Document.
I got this other one, provides a +5 competence bonus to hide and move silent. No idea what a competence bonus is.
Vehicle, mecha, and a starship move. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about any of that, but can we use the ghillie
You
cloak
are
stat block then?
looking at the wrong system, bud.
Just change the word +10 bonus on hide checks to +10 bonus on stealth checks or something. I feel like this ghillie cloak is very much a homebrew thing.
From a different system. Like, once again, this is a net that you put driftwood in and other shrubbery.
Driftwood? What?
Like, this isn't a professional made. It's not a fucking Cloak of Elvenkind. It's not a well-tailored ghillie suit. This is a fucking net that they put shrubs in.
Yes.
Yeah, nah, that ain't no fucking professional ghillie suit. Like, that is coverage so that you can hide by laying on the ground. Because, like, if it were that good to give you marginal bonuses, then everyone would be using them.
Great, so what are the stats on this thing?
This is a prototype, after all.
It lets you make stealth checks without having anything to hide behind.
You can
As
hide
long as
without
you're in-
cover.
Yes. Hiding without cover.
Because you can't just hide out there in the open field. Now you have a suit that lets you be able to do that.
Yep, you can literally just lay on the ground and you can roll a stealth check to be hidden.
You get the chance, basically.
Yep.
Versus no chance.
If you
And
are,
this is the prototype, so like that makes sense, I guess.
like, if you want something better, Cloak of Elvenkind.
This is stupid. Like, I can already do that.
If I recall correctly, so the trace still needs you to do hiding, but like it makes it easier for you. So like, you do pass the trace and walk in the open light. Yeah, they're gonna see you. Versus, well, now you have that and a ghillie cloak, so like there's no chance they'll spot you. Like little to no chance.
Trying to find my advantages with favored terrain.
Add that to it and stuff, because now you can just hide out in the grass in the plain or in the forest. Instead of just behind trees or like trying to hide through stuff. It just adds an extra woo.
Oh, of course. At level 10, I can just make camouflage anyway. Yeah, great.
And what does that camouflage let you do?
It's hide in plain sight. Starting at 10th level, you can spend 1 minute creating camouflage for yourself. You must have access to fresh mud, dirt, plants, soot, and other naturally occurring materials with which to create your camouflage. Once you are camouflaged this way, you can try to hide by pressing yourself up against a solid surface such as a tree or wall that is at least as tall and wide as you are. You get a plus 10 bonus to dexterity stealth checks as long as you remain there without moving or talking.
Mhm.
Actually, that's really specific. Anyway. I don't know, do you... I don't know. We'll figure it out by next week.
Remember that you fucking paid someone like 5 gold pieces for these. Like, you didn't even do it. It came out of the fucking treasury.
Uh-huh. How many of these do I have, by the way?
I think you requested, like, what was it? Enough for yourself and all of your crew, right?
Yeah, I think it was something like
Yeah.
7, though. I don't know. We'll just go with all of my crew because that's better. I'm not gonna argue about it. Alright, we'll figure all that out next week and then hopefully get to, Cassell.
I anticipated getting there this week to Cassell.
Yeah, Cassell is still the goal here, but... I mean, like, everyone kind of exploded. So, yeah, that's that. Anyway, I'm thinking we could go ahead and bring this episode of Conversation Castle to a close.
Yeah.
Because the conversation has pretty much flatlined.
I mean, But yeah. The next couple of sessions are like real shit is gonna be going down eventually. So it is. I'm excited for the Illithid madness and all of the shenanigans that you guys will encounter. So yeah, with that, have a good night. I'm gonna be going to sleep now.
Alright,
I got work in the morning.
I'm gonna take a shower and wash my face because my acne's back.
Oh no. Watch your
Yeah, it won't go away. What the fuck?